Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Scott Disick is no stranger to drama or controversies. Since gaining popularity on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the reality TV star has been closely associated with the Kardashian-Jenner clan, even after parting ways with his baby mama, Kourtney Kardashian. That said, Scott recently got into an intense argument with Kris and Kendall Jenner, and fans are wondering if he will be able to mend ties with the famous family. Here's everything you need to know about Scott Disick and Kendall Jenner's heated fight. Number 1. Scott Disick's history with the Kardashian-Jenner clan. Before we get into the shocking details of Scott Disick and Kendall Jenner's argument, let's talk a bit about Scott's history with the Kardashian-Jenner crew. Disick first entered the Kardashian-Jenner circle when he started dating Kourtney back in 2006. The two socialites had a highly publicized romance for almost a decade, before parting ways for good in 2015. Scott and Kourtney also share 3 children, Mason, Penelope, and Rain, which explains why Scott remains part of the family even after his breakup with the Poosh founder. It's safe to say the Kardashians have always treated Scott as one of their own, with him often saying how he sees them as his only family after both his parents passed away. Over the past few years, Disick regularly attended Kardashian-Jenner family events and even stayed quite close to the clan. That was until Kourtney made things official with her beau Travis Barker. The reality TV star and the Blink-182 drummer recently shared their official wedding photos after confirming their secret nuptials. The announcement comes nearly a month after Kourtney and Travis made headlines with their impromptu Las Vegas wedding, which happened just a few months after the couple's dreamy beachside proposal. Scott, who previously made attempts at getting back together with Kourtney, has been having a hard time coping with the news of her engagement and now wedding. This meant that Scott's interactions with the Kar-Jenner family grew increasingly awkward, and as fans saw in the latest episode of The Kardashians, the friction between Disick and Kourtney's family reached new heights. Number 2. Kris Jenner calls Scott Disick shady. In the latest episode of Hulu's The Kardashians, which aired on 11th May, Scott Disick directly called out Kris and Kendall Jenner for excluding him from family events. It all started when Scott and Kris went out for an awkward lunch, during which they almost got into an argument about her birthday dinner. Scott said, "Why would I not come over? You told me I was your blood-related son when my parents died." Kris said to him, "I still feel the same way," to which Scott replied, "You obviously don't." Kris later addressed the awkward lunch during a confessional, saying that Scott was acting like a bit of a victim and that he needs to grow up and be a little mature. But things got a lot worse when Scott called Kris mean for singling him out. In response, a shocked Kris said to the camera, "Wow, that's shady." Number 3. Scott Disick starts an argument with Kendall Jenner. Later, Kendall visited Kris at her new house, where Scott also stopped by, and the 3 celebs started discussing Thanksgiving plans. The conversation then turns to the topic of Kendall's birthday dinner, when Scott bluntly asks why he wasn't invited. Kendall, while eating crackers, tried to explain to Scott that her birthday dinner was intimate. She said, "Kourtney, at the end of the day, is my sister. Of course I want her there. This dinner was literally 15 people. If it's an intimate dinner and I'm not willing to have an uncomfortable situation happen..." Scott didn't let Kendall finish her sentence and immediately hit back. "You can't take a second and be like, 'Hey, I'm having a birthday. I feel like you might be uncomfortable.'" In response, Kendall apologized, saying that she never intended to leave him out and that she should have texted him. But when Scott refused to let the argument slide, Kendall got seriously furious. Number 4. Kendall storms off after heated argument. When Scott continued to talk over her, Kendall got extremely frustrated, eventually standing up and storming away from the table. The 26-year-old supermodel said, "I'm out. This is so ridiculous. You won't let me speak, Scott." It's surprising how quickly things turned sour between Scott and Kendall, especially considering what she said about him in one of the recent episodes of The Kardashians. Expressing her love for Disick, Kendall previously said in a confessional, "I love Scott. I mean, I've known him since I was a baby, since I was a kid. Scott is my brother. We're basically blood at this point." Number 5. Scott Disick gets slammed for manipulative behavior. Considering how fiercely Kendall defended him in the previous episode, it isn't too surprising that fans are calling out Scott Disick for being unreasonable and manipulative. Twitter users have slammed the reality TV personality for complaining and arguing, even when the Kardashians try their best to accommodate him. One Twitter user wrote, "Scott Disick is so manipulative. All he does is complain about not being involved in every single activity." While another fan pointed out, "Scott Disick is an ex that doesn't want to let go. The entitlement of being part of the family is absurd. At this point, it's hard to tell whether Scott Disick will be able to reconcile with the Kar-Jenner clan this time around." Fans will have to wait until the next episode of The Kardashians drops on Hulu. And that brings us to the end of this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. Thanks for watching.